Hello, I'm Kyle Bradshaw, and welcome to this unboxing of the Sena 30K Dual Pack. I'm super excited about this set of headsets. I've been using the 20S for almost 3 years now, and it's been a really neat unit. However, the 30K has mesh technology that the 20S didn't have, so I'm super excited to get into the creature comforts of this particular set of headsets. But this video today is going to be the unboxing of this dual unit of the 30K headsets. Now, what we're going to show you is exactly what comes in the box, kind of how to use each of the pieces, and then we're going to have a follow-up video where we're going to show you how these mount into two different helmets. And then once we get those headsets mounted, we're going to take them out on the road, we're going to test them, and then in about 1,000 miles, we're going to come back and give you our feedback. Let's dive in. All right, so digging into this 30K dual pack, obviously we're going to have to plastic off this thing. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at those guys. So here in the box, we have the two main headset units. Now, these feel like they're a little bit slimmer than the 20S. We'll have to take a look, but really neat. Same mounting point where they slide down onto the main mount here. So what we have here is the base mount. This is actually going to mount to the helmet itself. Remove these two screws right here, separate this clamp, slide it up into the helmet, and then tighten those back up. And this is mounted. It's a really simple installation. As you see here, we have one speaker that's going to go to the side of the helmet that this clamp is sitting on, and then the other speaker with the longer wire is going to go to the opposite side. Pretty simple. It looks like they utilize the same type of mounting setup that they used on the 20S. I don't remember seeing this metal clip here on the 20S though, so that might be new. I don't know. And then it just sits on top and slides down till you hear that click. That click is really important. We found that out with the 20Ss. You don't get a good seat of those pins against these brass pieces here. And if you don't get a good seat, then your audio is kind of fuzzy and your speakers don't want to work so well. So that's what we have there. Let's go ahead and set this back in place. And this guy, get him back in place. I'll go ahead and set him to the side. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and dig into this guy here and see what we have. Now what you're gonna notice inside the box, you'll notice it's basically divided in half. You have two complete units here. So this will be one unit and this will be all the attachments for the other unit. You're gonna have two car chargers, two USB chargers, two of everything in this kit. Now the interesting thing I've always found in all these kits, and it looks like they did the same thing here, you get one user manual, which I never really understood. Traditionally, when the dual units were announced or released, they were meant for be rider passenger. They'd stay in the same family, if you will. So you only needed one charge cord, you only needed one user manual, but that really isn't the case. A lot of guys are grabbing these up, them and their buddies, and they're just splitting a pack because it's much less expensive to do the dual unit than two single units. So in this case, there's only one user manual, so you guys get to fight over that. But what I highly recommend is you go ahead and get yourself the Sena app. So if you go to the Sena app, you can go ahead and open that up, and that's going to give you lots of great information. All of the same information that's in your user manual, and it's right there in your pocket. So you just click User Guide. It's going to take you to the user guide that's going to allow you to choose the headset that you have. But it's basically going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to install, what to do, troubleshooting, in case you have a problem with that. So obviously that app's not here in the box. You go to either your Apple or your Google Play Store and you download those apps, but they're free apps from Sena, and it's going to give you all of the same information that's in your instruction manual. All right, so we're just going to do one half of this kit. I'm going to show you all of the components that are going to come in there, kind of what they do, and why they're in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and push that box out to the side for a moment. So this here is going to be your car charger, plugs into any 12-volt cigarette type adapter, and it's going to give you your plug. Now that's on a springy cord, which I really like. On my KTM 1190, the spot's a little far forward, and having that on that springy type cord is great because when that battery dies while I'm riding, I can just reach up, plug that in, and I can still move around on the bike, and everything's great. I do find that when I use the USB port, it's a little bit more restrictive, if you will. If I plug this in, then the cord kind of gets in the way, and if I, hit too far out, then I get that pulling effect that I don't get with the other. So they don't give you the block to plug this into, but literally it will plug into any USB port that you can find, and you can charge your unit that way. So digging into this bag of accessories we have here, it looks like we have a secondary boom mic, which is interesting. This is cool. So this is unique. This is something I haven't yet seen before in like a 20S kit. Typically what happens is you get either the boom mic that comes installed on the unit, or you get this little, it's almost like a lab mic. So this is basically, it's called a wired mic, if you will. Let me open this guy up real quick. Wow, I'm stoked. This is fun. So what you have here is the wired mic. You're going to go ahead and plug this in to this unit. So basically you undo these two screws, you undo that set screw there. This then pops off. This plugs in and replaces the boom mic. So you're going to have the option to either run a boom mic or a wired mic. Now the wired mic is going to be Velcroed somewhere to the inside of your helmet on a full face helmet, and you can just tuck this out of the way and you're not going to have this big boom in your way inside your full face helmet. So that's two options that Sena has always provided, but now there's a third that I didn't know was in the kit that I'm pretty excited about. It's going to be this boom mic here. So say you have a modular helmet that has a hinge and you need to mount this really far back. If you were to mount this boom mic really far back, the boom isn't going to make it to your mouth. The neat part about this cool setup right here, this additional setup that they've just provided us, is the fact that this guy is going to plug in here and it's going to give us this much extra room. It's going to double the length of that boom, if you will. This is going to allow you to run this boom as far forward as you need. You're then going to Velcro this to the inside of the helmet, and you're going to be able to have much more extended boom than you did with the original unit. Pretty cool. I'm stoked that they included this third microphone option. That's really neat. So this right here is going to be your audio jack. You're going to notice there's a 3.5 millimeter jack on one side. That's going to be the jack that's going to attach to your device that you're putting audio in with. And then on the back of the Sena unit here, there's a nice little hole that takes the smaller of the two. It's going to go ahead and plug in and allow you to put external audio into your unit, whether it be your GPS or whether it be your phone. This will allow you to plug in a device that was not Bluetooth and still be able to have functionality. The next little bag we have here on the table is going to be the sticky mount. So if your helmet does not have separation between the outer shell and the EPS liner, you can use a sticky mount. So this sticky mount would slide up on the side of the helmet like this, and then your unit would attach, and then the boom mic would come forward. Obviously, you can choose any of the three different styles of microphones, whether it be the wired, the boom, or the extended boom. But this is a great piece that allows you to, on helmets that don't accept anything being slid up between the shell and the EPS, this is the way to go. So also in this bag is going to be the Allen key that's going to allow you to release these. And then underneath, you're going to have another hold down piece that's going to hold these microphones in place. And then you have a couple extra pieces here. This one here, you're going to attach Velcro to the inside of your helmet, and then you're going to use that to secure this part of the boom, if you will, to an inside piece of your helmet, so it kind of stays in place. So Velcro would go here, the boom would go against it. It'd be great. These are going to be the multiple Velcro pieces that you're going to be putting into the helmet itself. So these here are the soft, fuzzy pieces of helmet speaker attachments. So you're going to go onto the inside of the helmet, find where you're going to want those speakers, peel off the double stick tape, stick this inside, and that's going to give you the fuzzy side of the hook and loop that your speaker is going to stick to. Also up here, we're going to have various size Velcro pieces. If you're going to be putting your wired microphone up in front, you're going to use one of those on the helmet, and then this then sticks to it. And then same thing for this guy right here. You'd probably use this shape. You go ahead and stick that in the helmet. This guy then would attach to it, and then this would be captured underneath that piece. So, Velcro pieces for multiple applications. Now, pretty interesting, we have 4 different windsocks for these guys here. And they're basically just gonna slide on over the top. This is imperative. This is what cuts that wind noise out as you're riding down the road. These are already noise canceling, but if you were to blow on this or wind was gonna rush past it, you're still gonna hear wind noise, and that's what these windsocks are for. So we've got 4 windsocks per unit. That's great. Moving down the line, what do we have here? All right, here we're gonna have some male side of that hook and loop, and that's gonna be able to join several of these spacer pads, if you will. These spacer pads are imperative in order to be able to get that speaker the right distance from your ear. If your helmet has really big speaker cutouts and this speaker here is gonna sit really far away from your ear, you're not gonna have that great of sound quality. So what we're gonna have here are multiple thicknesses that you'll be able to use to space this speaker away from the helmet closer to your ear. So we got 2 thin ones, we've got 2 thick ones, the one I installed over here, and then this guy right here. And then we have 2 pieces of male hook and loop, and that's gonna allow you to be able to stack these and to kind of get that perfect fitment. Then here is our last package. Let's get this open. These are going to be the soft, fuzzy earphone pieces that you would then put over the speakers, so you have a nice soft piece sitting against your ear while your speakers are inside of your helmet. All right, now that we have all these items unboxed and sitting on the table, what you see here is what you're gonna get inside of a standard Sena 30K box. And with the dual kit, you get twice as much. You get everything doubled except for the instruction manual. Kind of funny. Anyhow, now please join us for our next video that we're going to follow up with the step-by-step installation of this unit into an Icon Airflight helmet. That helmet's currently equipped with a Sena 20S headset, which up until now has been the best headset on the market. We're going to remove that, install the 30K, put about 1,000 miles on it, and then join us for our follow-up video. We're going to tell you what we really love about the new 30K and what could be improved on. I'm Kyle Bradshaw from Chaparral Motorsports. Thanks for joining us. Please hit that notification button, the subscribe button, and give us a thumbs up. Until next time, take care and ride safe.